Hey guys, so in today's video I'm just gonna talk to you about how I use my makeup brushes and specifically with my face makeup. And I basically decided to do this video because I want to share how I use my brushes and maybe give you guys some tips that will be helpful to you. And yeah, so I guess we'll get started. So I'm just going to show you them in the order that I apply them in, and we're going to start off with foundation. And so depending on whether I am mixing foundation or using just one, I will use these two brushes. This is more for when I'm mixing them, and this one is more for when I'm just using one. Doesn't matter which brush I'm using, I would still put my makeup in this kind of, it's a paint palette really. It is like $3 for $1, and so I just got this so I don't have to apply it to the back of my hand. And so mostly I do use a makeup sponge though, and I don't use these brushes at all. It really depends my mood. And so this is just kind of a regular foundation brush. I use this more so when I'm, like I said, when I'm using two products, and then I apply it to my face. And I really use this just like painting a canvas, you know, just paint it onto my face, and then I go in with the makeup sponge after to blend it out better. And then with this brush, which is a buffing brush from Real Techniques, I use this to kind of apply it and blend it in a bit. When I use this, I still find it can be a little streaky, so I go in with the makeup sponge after to kind of help blend it out and press it into my skin more. But the biggest thing is to make sure that this is damp, and I also use a makeup spray just to help kind of dampen my face as well and use it to press it in. And so after I'm done with my foundation, I usually go into eye makeup and then go into my concealer. So we're going to move on to concealer. And I use this contour brush. It's actually a contour brush, but it's kind of dome shape, and I like it to just use it to press in my concealer. So I get my concealer, apply it all on, and then I go in with this to just press it in. And basically, if that's only if I'm not using a makeup sponge or my fingers to do that. And lately I've just been liking using this brush. I find it's a lot easier, and I like not having to get my fingers dirty, so it's nice. Alright, so after I'm done with my concealer, I have to set my concealer. And setting my concealer means using a powder brush of some sort. And so either one of these would do. Like this I actually got at like the dollar store. I just use it to press it into my face. And then this one is from BH Cosmetics. Depending on which brush I use to press in my concealer, that's the brush I use to add powder to the rest of my face. And so I will just go in the powder and kind of press it into the areas that I'm a little more oily, since I do have drier skin. And so depending on where it is, I just kind of press it in there and swish. So I also use this brush for powder as well, and this is one I'm going to be showing you guys today. All I do is I swirl it in the lid, and then I swirl it all around my face as well. And that's if I'm like just doing kind of very little makeup. And after that is all done, I move on to bronzer. And so I used to use the contour brush for bronzer. It was just nice and small, so it sunk into my cheeks really nicely. But now I'm loving this angle contour brush. This is also from BH Cosmetics. It's from the same set, as you guys can see. And so I just go with this brush and apply it to the hollows of my cheeks, and then also apply it kind of in that 3 shape all around my hairline and on the other side of the face and sometimes my jaw. And I don't blend it out with this brush. I actually just apply it with this brush, and then I move on to blush. So this is a new brush I got. I did it in a haul video a couple weeks ago, I don't know. And so this is also a Real Technique brush. As you can see, I really like Real Techniques. I just apply it to my cheeks and kind of swipe it backwards. And again, I don't really use the brush to blend it out. I afterwards will go in with a powder brush. So if I'm traveling, I will use this kabuki brush. But if I'm at home, this is the brush I use. And I just swirl it all around my face to kind of blend out the product as much or as little as I need to. And I think that's all the makeup brushes I use, which seems like quite a lot, but they do all have their purposes. Like, let me hold up the ones I use on a daily basis. Like, these are the ones I always use, without a doubt. You guys honestly don't need to have like a ton of brushes, and as you can see, I don't have expensive brushes. Like, these are all really cheap, affordable, not super cheap, but like affordable brushes. So don't feel like you need to have expensive brushes to apply your makeup nicely. And so if you guys like this video, I definitely would like a little thumbs up down below, because I want to do an eye makeup version of this video, but I don't know when I'll have that up. So if you guys like it, give me some motivation to do it a little sooner. Other than that, that is all I have to say today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on Monday.